Hello YouTube, Mike here. Now a couple of days ago I did a video on lighting, and I know everyone's thinking, well, that's awesome, I can get these lights from the Home Depot and they're really cheap and everything. And then you go out and you try to figure out how you're going to hang them, and it's like, come on Mike, light stands are so expensive. Well, today I'm going to show you a solution to the expensive light stand problem when you're filming indoors. Now my solution isn't going to work for you outdoors. You're going to have to buy a light stand of some sort if you want to hang these lights outside. But normally if you're filming with an iPhone, you're not filming outdoors at night anyways, unless you really have to. So I'm going to show you how to light your studio indoors with light stands that are super affordable and also stuff that you can find at the Home Depot. So let's get right to it. So this right here, believe it or not, is what I'm using to hold my lights on. Now since they're clamp lights, it'll clamp right to this. Now this is just two different types of PVC pipe that fit inside one another. And I'm going to show you how to drill the holes and cut the pipe to set this up. Now PVC pipe is super cheap at Home Depot, and the only thing this uses is some PVC pipe, a spring, a bolt, and a couple of screws to hold this stuff on. It's super easy to do, so let me show you how to do it. Alright, so let's take one of these down and I'm going to show you how it works. Alright, so you can see right here, I have a rubber thing on the top of it. This is basically something that you could buy that would put on the bottom of a table to keep it from scratching the floor or whatever. And this pushes up against the ceiling and it won't leave a mark or leave a hole or a dent or anything like that as long as you keep it clean. So it makes it really easy. Now you can see I have my light clamped on here with the clamp, and then I have a screw through it holding it in just in case. These clamps are nice, but they don't hold very tight. You put the screw in here and it's going to hold your lamp on and make sure it's totally secure. I'm going to remove this so I can show you how all this is put together. Alrighty, so I've used this for a bunch of different rooms. I personally happen to have 10-foot ceilings. My son was using it to film in his apartment and he has 8-foot ceilings, so it's really easy to adjust the way that these things work. So basically you have two tubes that fit inside one another. And these tubes are just PVC pipe. You can buy this at Home Depot, it's really cheap. You just get two sizes and make sure that one fits inside the other, and that should suffice. You can drill holes in the side of this so that you're able to adjust the height at which it balances between the ceiling and the floor. So basically you're just using pressure from the spring inside this to balance this thing in between the ceiling and the floor. It's super simple. So inside, here's what you got. You have a spring and a bolt. Now on top of your screw, you have this washer. And this is obviously to keep the spring from getting all messed up or sliding through in between. You just want to be sure that you have it secured just in case. So you put your bolt through and you just make these holes with a simple drill so that the spring has something to rest on. When you go pick this stuff up at Home Depot, you want to just test to make sure that all your hardware is going to fit inside. This washer is super snug, so it'll fit in there real tight. I just use this piece of PVC to put it down on the bolt where it stays in flat. Then you put your spring in there. And then you're going to want to use a bolt of some sort on top of that. Now here's the reason. You don't want your spring to slide inside here. So I use this bolt to make sure that doesn't happen. Now I usually keep the bolt like this, face up, so that it fits inside this PVC and kind of keeps it steady. But you can do it this way as well. It doesn't really matter. You just toss that in there. And then you slide them together. And then you just put your cap on. Keeps the pole from marking the ceiling and all that sort of stuff. Works very well. So once you have it up, you can see this just slides in and out. So you just wedge it against the ceiling, and boom. It's not very tight against the ceiling, and it really doesn't have to be. It just has to be secure enough that you can clamp your lights to it. It works extremely well. So when you're picking up your PVC, you might be able to make 2 of these stands, which I did from 1 piece of PVC. So I got one that fits inside and one that fits outside. And then you just, I used a Dremel to cut the PVC to the size that I was looking for. But you can use a circular saw or any kind of saw, even a hand saw will work. It just takes a little longer. So you cut these to size so they slide in and out of one another. And once you know the size of your ceiling, you could just make some holes and figure out where you want your holes to go here. This is a super easy indoor light stand that you could even theoretically have in the shot if it's against a white backdrop or something and nobody would even notice. It makes it really easy to light things, and you can just move it around anywhere you want. And I'll bet you it costs about $15. That's a heck of a lot less than the $65 you're going to pay for the cheapest light stands out there, and they're really not very good. The beauty of this light stand is you can hang your lights all the way on the ceiling practically, or all the way on the floor. If you pay $65 for that cheap light stand, about 6 foot is as high as you're going to be able to get your lights. This gives you a lot more freedom as to where you want to mount them. And like I said, you just drill different holes depending upon the height of your ceiling. So it's really versatile and super cheap. Check it out. So that's it for today. Super simple, super easy lighting stands that you can set up for your studio and move them anywhere around the house. Really easy stuff. If you have any questions about building these, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And please, subscribe to my channel if you like what you've seen here. It'll help you find it easier later. So have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, fellow YouTubers. If you like what you've seen on my channel, please subscribe here. It goes a long way towards helping new viewers find my channel. Also, if you want to watch the last video I created, you can get that right here. And please leave me a comment. I love to interact with my viewers. Let me know how I'm doing.